Well, we went in the arc. Where did we dig that up from? Paris Hilton says stars are blind, but the stars are showing us something really groundbreaking this morning. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, astronomers have spotted 6 massive galaxies, and they date back to within 500 and 700 million years after the Big Bang. That's not all. They think this discovery could actually unravel what they long believed to be true about the origin of galaxies. So joining us now to discuss, astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. He is the director of the Hayden Planetarium at the Rose Center for Earth and Space. So good to have you, sir. Good morning to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good morning. Good morning.
The James Webb Space Telescope has reportedly spotted galaxies dating even further back. So what makes this discovery so surprising? Is it surprising to you?
Well, there's this period of the early universe that we call the Dark Ages, where the matter and energy were there but hadn't yet formed stars. And so they had to sort of coalesce, undergo thermonuclear fusion in their core, turn on, gather into galaxies, and then sort of the universe begins with stars and galaxies as we come to know and love it. And in that gap, we don't really expect anything to be there. And these new objects appear to be in that gap. And so this would completely force it to completely rethink what's going on back then. By the way, the James Webb Telescope was designed precisely for this purpose, to help us understand the origin of galaxies. So we shouldn't be surprised that we're surprised. Just put that out there.
All right, you said rethink what's going on back there. So what's the rethinking? What are you thinking now, having gotten this new information?
I don't know.
Wait, you're the astrophysicist and you don't know? That's why we have you here, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
The whole point of doing research on the frontier is you're stepping into places where no one has stepped before. Right. The whole concept of the James Webb Space Telescope was to see the universe the way no previous telescope had ever seen it. So some things you'll verify that you expect to be there, but you also expect to make discoveries that nobody ordered. And then, yeah, we got to go in and say, what's going on? And yeah, there's nothing wrong with not knowing. Okay. This is part of how we live.
All right, well, let me tell you, this is one of the co-authors of this study said, and this is in a statement, and I quote here, it says, "It turns out we found something so unexpected, it actually creates problems for science. It calls the whole picture of early galaxy formation into question." So again, go on.
Just to be clear, okay, so let me reword that, okay? I respect how that's stated, but let me reword it. You discover something new, it doesn't create a problem so much as it creates excitement. A new understanding of the universe. We delight in this. It's not like we're all sitting back with our legs up on the table saying, basking in the knowledge of the universe that we have command over. No, we are always at the drawing board. And to people say, scientists will have to go back to the drawing board, we're always there. If you're an active research scientist, that's where you live. And you are befuddled daily. Plus, of course, the universe brims with mysteries. So, like I said, by the way, we need better data. There's a whole other wave of data you can obtain on this, and that's spectra, where you take the light and analyze what comprises it. And from that, you can learn how fast it's moving, where it is in the expansion model of the universe, what chemistry is going on in it. That's another layer of discoveries, which might tell us, no, we're misidentifying it in this stage of discovery. So a lot can happen. So just watch this space, literally and figuratively.
And a lot is happening right now, especially with my sleep-deprived mind. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a lot in the morning, so I need another sip of coffee here. Okay, so listen. Let me ask you this. Everything that you're saying, to be clear, we're not abandoning, are we, existing models about how galaxies form and evolve yet, right?
Well, we might have to. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. Not a bad day. That's a great day for science, if and when that happens. But so you don't want to jump to conclusions before you get even better data. Often on the frontier, conflicts and problems resolve once you get better data. And like I said, spectra is how we actually decode the universe. These pretty pictures, they're fine, But behind closed doors, we are analyzing spectra. And spectra is like the fingerprint of that object, where you can identify the chemistry that's going on. As I said, the motion. Is it rotating? What's comprising the light? How fast is it moving in the expansion of the universe? All of that is going to come next. And at that point, we'll get a strong handle on what it is we're looking at. And we'll decide whether we have to keep scratching our heads or see if it fits into what was previously understood.
Okay. So listen. Meanwhile,
By the way, let me just, I just have to give a shout out to, we're celebrating the science that comes out of James Webb, but engineers built this thing, all right? And we parked it 1 million miles from Earth, facing outward away from the sun. Nobody ever interviews the engineers, and I just want to have to give them a shout out for what they accomplished to enable and empower the science that we dreamed up that we would be discovering. And
shout out.
It's a complete collaboration.
To engineers. I'm with you on that. Hey, quickly
Yes.
though, I want to get to this because we've been talking about this large metal mystery sphere washing up on a beach in Japan. According to BBC
Looks
officials,
like an egg, actually.
Yeah, it's not a threat, but also have no idea what it is. Some theories floating around on the internet include Godzilla's egg. Okay, listen, I'm just saying these are theories because sometimes people don't understand that, and they think that you're
just
actually
to be clear,
proposing
Einstein
this.
had a theory.
Yeah. It looks like a
Einstein
buoy.
had theory. You have a hypothesis. Just make a distinction.
What is this thing?
I have no idea. I mean, why does everyone have to know everything at all times? Egg, I love it.
Yeah.
Don't poke it unless you're ready. I'd be delighted when we learn what it is. It's probably something prosaic, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
But people's imaginations just run wild, and that's fun. That makes great fiction and science fiction stories. But usually, it's something less interesting than your imagination.
I gotta run. Again, I'm not proposing that. I'm just saying what people are proposing. So don't get it twisted, as has happened to me before.
I want it to be Godzilla. That'd be so fun.
Thank
that
you.
would be great. Okay.
Good to see you.